Good morning, afternoon, evening, etc. Whenever it is for you all, and welcome back, Monster Train, the Monday, September 21st edition. Remember when I used to do that for Slay the Spire, just to give you that timestamp so you had the actual date? Even though, like, you know, the day these are recorded for the most part. It's a little loud, actually. The days these are recorded for the most part of the days they also get uploaded. As usual, didn't do any recording this weekend. Half apologies, but half expected at this point. I even had extra days off, mind you, and I don't know, I like to vibe on my weekends. Before we get into like any deeper storytelling here, videos not for children. If your mother's over your shoulder, little Timmy, and she's watching you watch this video and she's like, oh, it's a cartoonish looking game, turn away, mother of Timmy. I may say a bad word, and this is not for your son and or daughter, Tamantha. Cool, got that out of the way. First, let's get the pieces on the board here. We'll talk about my weekend. It's been a fun weekend. I've enjoyed it. I think we lost last time. Oh yeah, I remember. I threw at the very end. Let's give this one more shot, because I have confidence in my abilities, especially with this guy. He's got some very fun little powers we can mess with to get a win. But I was talking about, like, we were watching, like, a bunch of YouTube videos at my friend's place for, I do not want to mispronounce it, so I'm just going to say Jewish New Year's is essentially what we were celebrating with my friends. It was a good time. I had a wonderful time. Yo! This is going to be a interesting one to finagle. I actually don't like my deck at all and kind of just wanted to reset immediately, but we'll power through. I've never been one to be like, you know, instant reset. Consume cards, heal the pyre? Sure, we can work with that. We're getting sidetracked a little bit. First let me get my upgrades going and then we'll actually start talking about things. Try and keep some running dialogue here. Revenge, Frost Shard, or damage per shard. That's the one we prefer. Let's get in there. The long and short was, I was mentioning to my friends, like, you know, because we were watching a bunch of YouTube videos, how at one point I used to be on that consistent daily grind. If some of you guys who are still watching these are around for the Slay the Spire era, where I was like, it was like my daily dose of happiness, where it's like, I'm gonna come home from work after a long car ride, so I have some bits, of course, to actually give you guys. And we play Slay the Spire for like an hour, maybe 2 hours if I was really feeling it. Of course, times have indeed changed. This isn't like supposed to be like a sob story of like, ah, woe is me. When I was younger, this used to be a Slay the Spire only stream. Not at all, not at all. Also, I did that in the wrong order, because I'm busy rambling here. Hold up, hold up. Things are slipping by me and I need to just dial in for a picosecond. Just bear with me here. Also, I could have swore I had spell power-ups, but like I haven't drawn any of them yet. Okay. I want the money, because I'm greedy, and then we lost. Okay. Maybe we will be doing a reset here. Long and short is, I made a comment to my friends where I'm like, yeah, I remember when I was, you know, first starting off doing... I didn't mean to click that. I didn't even actually move it. I just clicked it and then it... I'm trying to tell a story here and like it's all falling apart. We will heal up 5 of this, thankfully, but like, what the hell? We didn't draw any of our bonus cards, literally none of our bonus cards till the very end here, which is a little ridiculous, you know, I'm just saying. Bruh. What do? We get our ass beat is what we do. Alright, get the extra frost damage out there. Apologies, this one's all over the place. I'm a little rambly. And we're actually not landing a lot of the hits that we need to be right now. Alright, the spell weakness is fine and dandy, but like... Did I just lose? Hang on. So remember how I said like a few seconds ago, I'm not one to do this? You'll forgive me. If it's a bit of a rough start there, and it's like, you know, I'm not one to do this. Truly, I am not. But like, you know, it's like... Hey, the game gave me like some bonus cards I wanted to use and I didn't see any of them and they weren't that good to begin with, and you know, just pretend like the video started over again. So hey guys, welcome back, Monster Train, the September 21st Monday afternoon, early afternoon edition. I took the day off, by the way. Okay. Halea crystals, wildwood sap, permafrost. I don't even know where my story was going anymore. I had a train of thought and it's all falling apart. There was a conversation to be had here, but now we're just going to have to deal with, you know, matter-of-fact dialogue. Apologies if you're expecting some sort of revelation. I guarantee... Or I can mostly guarantee, since I can't remember what I was talking about, it was probably not going to be a revelation, whatever it was. When a card is discarded before the end of your turn, gain 1 energy. That works pretty well for us. This is a 1 in 4 of actually clearing out some early detritus, which is not bad. We'll get what? +1 energy. So we can actually make this work with the, you know, the discard synergy we got going on here. Get some Titan's Teeth if we are lucky enough. Alright, Shards or Revenge. We're still going to go for the... Yeah, because we can never do this, right? I've mentioned the few scenarios where we can, but it's just too hard to do. So, damage per shard. Let's actually make this one work. And I remember what the conversation was about, for the most part. It was just basically my friend calling me old because I told him when I was, you know, starting off. Literally exactly this. Is like, just loops all together. If you're expecting an exciting story, apologies in advance. But, Slay the Spire, those videos had like guaranteed bits, humor, and joy in them. The Monster Train, I'm not saying there's no joy in them. The humor and bits are a lot lower, but it's also like... You get 2 of them a week, largely because I'm tired of, like, the average every day of, like, my 9 to 5 at work. Not so much 9 to 5, but you know what I'm saying. More or less. And my friend's like, Tim, that's just a sign of you getting old. You've lost your boyish charm. I'm like, oh no. Not my boyish charm, it's all over. You could freeze the dead weight? That is hilarious. That is hilarious, but I'm actually gonna do it so we never have to worry about drawing it again. It's hilarious and it's intelligent. I'll take my Emmy now. Alright, the enemies have gotten away, so here's what you do. You go 1, huge, and then you go 2, excellent. You go... and he's dead. So you go 3 and then 4 for the long run. Alright, let him by. Okay, heal yourself. Heal yourself some more. Anything I drop here actually just gets Dunkachino, so it doesn't really matter. We'll place it up here just in case we can have some sort of backline, second layer, ultra defense or whatever. And we're gonna risk it. Actually, there's no point in risking it. We can just take the burst damage right now and win. Yeah. What are you risking? Stupidity? Exactly that. Alright. Easy, George. Not a worry in my heart. The long and short of the story was... short of the story was... apparently I'm getting old and that's why I find less joy in playing video games. I disagree, to an extent. But I am getting older, as I recognize when I get off from work, I just want to crawl into bed and completely fuck my sleep schedule up and sleep for like 3 hours from 3 to 6, and then it's like, oh no, I have to be awake in like 12 hours, how do I do this? And then I stay up till 2, it's like, ah, fuck. Anyway, what do we got here? Steel Enhancer, not bad. Sting? Sting is a guaranteed good one with the current deck. Incant and Armor. This guy can get a lot of effective HP, and there's an Incant upgrade that gives additional armor that I would like to see, so we're gonna grab that. Like, this whole synergy is meant for incanting, really. And then you got Spell Yups, or you got Unit Yups. I think we're gonna go for Unit Yups. Maybe a carry here. No carry. Wilting Sapwood is truly like one of my all-time favorites for energy gain. It's just harder to make work than what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get like more incant lads, so I'm gonna say no to that. Even though you guys see that card in your average and non-ascension run, you should take it. It is your best friend and then some. Shark Boy, we can upgrade to actually make him a god tier, so we will do that. A lot of effective armor, a lot of effective HP, a lot of effective damage, for the most part. 20 of smack is pretty good. You know what? We could hold out for the incant, or we can just get another 10 and 5 on there. And that's a good boy right there. That's a solid unit. Let's loot that guy. If we're lucky enough, maybe we get the card that lets us upgrade units once more and we find the incant for armor anyway. I'm not holding my breath yet, but you never know. Also, additional 75 gold. You'd be a fool not to take it. I feel like anytime I say you could be a fool not to take it, there could be just a compilation of me freaking losing for a variety of reasons. It's like, you could be a fool not to take it. Alright, big lad on top. Dunkachino'd. Alright, easy peasy. Not sure how we're killing you. Oh, it's because of the shard. Right. Start down here. This is the sensible play. Own them. Get the money. Very good. Prep a unit. Get some healing for the incant and the extra shard cast. And then we're already in a good spot. Like, this guy's going to carry us for the early game easily. Free Sting. Free Spell. Wilt Wood. Freeze a unit. Doesn't matter because we're just going to slap him down anyway. Big incants, big heals, big damage. Big money, big prizes. I love it. Unfortunately, our boss unit dies because this guy actually does sweep attacks, which is a little annoying. So be it. Shark Lord is actually ready and raring to bash him down with the shield. And that money's in our pocket. Offering's the discard, right? if we can make the combo happen, this is actually correct. So you know what? The flash freeze is just so much. Like, there's discard meta to be had, but flash freeze is just always too good not to take, you know? Glimmer, also not bad for some AoE, but stings are pretty solid for what they're doing right now. Did you make sure we diversify with some utility cards and not raw damage? Yo, free Trinketus. Or Spell Yups. Spell Yup wise, we just want the Rougelike crystals to be cheaper, because those are actually Pog. What trinket could we get that could actually like set us over the moon? And you know they synergize it towards the build you have. So we could get extra stings. Stings do more damage. Could get a sting every turn. Geez, I'm thinking about all the sting potential actually. Yeah, that's enough to sell me. Unfortunately, not the greatest, but the scales is actually not bad. 50% chance for spell weakness. The spells we do have that hit pretty hard will be that much better. Ooh. And here's like a long-term play, especially for bosses. Because right now, we're maxed out on this floor, but we take the next two upgrades, make it space-based, and get the Titan Sentry out in front of the Guard of the Unnamed. So when we actually have him hugely stacked up, we can have this guy, ideally after we buff him up, take the hit so we can get some Frostbite stacks on top, in addition to our boy getting extra armor while we're holding the line. And then, you know, we just bash through it like that. It's a bit of a pipe dream, it's a ways out. We don't have a lot of ways to upgrade our space. We have ways we could make one of those units smaller so we reduce the cost. We need a random event like this. There's some options there. I will take the... Hellhorn makes fragile. Melting Remnant does a lot of wacky stuff. I'm gonna take Hellhorn. Consume double the amount of armor on a unit. That's actually pretty good. We have a boy that's gonna be stacking up exactly that. We take those. Send me over. I don't think it's Daedalus. Yeah, Talos, once again. Alright. Still loving the new bosses, by the way. As much as I love hearing Daedalus's doo-doo-doo theme, this is a nice change of pace. And she smacks, you gotta remember that. She smacks on the early one. She talks back, she smack. Some boss damage. You get yourself some sustain. Power through. I'm actually just gonna slap you down here since there's no other, you know, option for us. We're actually going to do it like this. And we got maximum value out of it. The frost is now stacked. We still want to keep incanting down here. Let's not forget that. Maximum value once again. Some heals for our boy here would also be pretty nice. Okay, you got a crystals. We clear him out. Damn it, it's not exactly how I was hoping it would pan out. So she is gonna get away. Sad to say, but that's alright. And you have no armor to incant up here. So... get you some healing. Rougelike Crystals allows us to punch through and get some more damage on the boss. Minor hits, minor hits. Okay. And this one's actually already over, so just dunk, dunk, max value dunks, send it. Good. Everything is going as it should be. I rate this synergy pretty highly, even though it's only my second time doing it, but frost or poison, whatever you want to call it, really, it's the value is like instantly there. You can already see exactly what you're getting on the tin. Cycles of life, 10 health and spikes. That's spike damage is like... it's like poison, but worse, is how I see it, because they have to actively hit you. And if they're actively hitting you, especially on these higher difficulties, it kind of just is already a sign, right? There's a few units that can actually make this work, but really, if your unit has 200 health, like Consumer of Crowns or something wacky like that, the boss gets 10 hits off on you, that's 30 damage. Yeah, it's 30 more damage that you didn't have. It's more good for trash, but like, You gotta focus on bosses at some point. So all of this is kind of cool, but at the same time, it's not that cool. That being said, Wildwood Totem is actually good in case we get some more sweeper units. Also being said, I don't see any said sweeper units here. It's a good secondary frost stacking that we get going on there. The extra unit space is actually going to work out for us. So good. We have the opportunity to vent out our train stewards now if they present it, and they have. Or we can go for a hell event onto our the unnamed, which really doesn't do much. So I think we're actually gonna, yeah, we're gonna take the consistent path here. Heal ourselves, vent out 2 cards that we're not really using. Train and stewards get sent. Merchant of Steel, looking for big cells. Unit with endless, not really. I mean, Titan Sentry, kinda, for endless. That's an annoying bit of frost damage that, in its own way, is also thorns, but it's still better, right? If this guy keeps coming back after dying, that's actually excellent. These upgrades are kind of garbo, though, just being honest. I'm gonna go ahead and slap you with the up. And I'm gonna see what else they have in here. Multi-strike? That's actually pretty nutty on you. Super. And then you still want to give this guy something, right? Like, slapping Endless on him now, in hindsight, is a good idea, but, don't you worry, child. We're also going to spend the rest of our money and purge out a Train Steward, get the deck to be a little more consistent. 28 is good. We have some stings in there that allow us to filter through the deck a little quicker, if we actually draw them. I haven't seen them in like a year. Is my door ringing? That's the old age picking up again. Phased. Right, phased makes you a god, but then if you get those stacks, you're no longer a guard. Different way to play, but I never get this early on to actually try it. I think we're going to stick with the shard channeling here. This is our go-to successor. And keep doing what you do. Incant first floor, spell it up. Keep pushing the limit with these aggressive enemies. We have the large stone tank unit in front to do so. You may as well. Oh, you're annoying, though. Like, I really wish you weren't here. Like, frig hell, dude. Okay. Thankfully, that's all we needed for this to actually work. So we're good there. We will sting you. That is money. No space yet. Keyword is yet. Well, let's get our boy regened up. Alright, some guys are bleeding the spy. She has enough HP to endure this. Disregard, she does not. There's no way for me to save her. They're doing exactly enough damage. Wow. Well, we can save her if we use this, but I'm trying to think if there's a better option. So let's start off like this. If we can hold on to that, that'll be the real play. Let's save her. This is going to slow us down a little bit, but I'm hoping just to grab some defensive units. We removed most of our units that actually do something for, you know, secondary defense or other units, the train stewards. So this one, you know, it's on me at the end of the day, but I still stand by the decision. So we're bleeding. We're going to be bleeding a little bit here. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Ooh. I'm not a fan of what is happening here. We should be able to find a way to Dunkachino them, so I'll go for this. With the charge off, the discard happens, then we can slap this onto you. And then it's boss time. And oh boy, is it boss time. We're getting completely destroyed. Remember what I said about the synergy, like, just being gangbusters? Like, yeah, this guy was part of the plan. We thankfully got out of there with the spell amp there, but Jesus. A little risky on my part. But also never punished, so we take those. Yo, Glacial Seal. We can already get our extra Frostbite out there on the first floor. Easy peasy. And we can actually forego going for extra space now and, like, go for extra draw or something. So yeah, that's a solid one. Extra energy even. 30 health and regen. That's actually good, but we need it to be a 1 cost if we're ever going to play it. So let's focus on getting that down there. We need some sustain for our big boy. And sustain he will get. Add a sting to the your starting. Yes, sting every turn. That's the card I mentioned earlier. Don't mind me, just having like a miniature stroke here. All right, make this cheaper. Thank you kindly. Cost extra 1, but double stack. 6 regen is cool, but it's not worth it. 10 regen actually might be worth it. I'm actually gonna do that. There's long-term value in that. Hold over. Well, first things first. Cheaper, good. Plus 10 magic power, also good. And you know what? Slap holdover onto that one as well. We have a nice little nuke ready and waiting. Or sting. Getting a holdover on sting, we can actually get the engine running with that a little quicker. Very aggressive buys, a little bit of different buys that I tend to do, but we got the extra money from the trials, we gotta spend it. Use it or lose it, really. Oh, I wish I would have known. And by that I mean I wish I would have highlighted over this first. So... because this boss is a B. Like a big B. And I hate it. Like, just above all else, I wish it did not exist. Because the way this works, I need to buy time with other units, but the purpose of my deck is to incant on the first floor to make them stronger. I can't really do that and then have... you know, I can't put my... let me show you with pictures here before I make myself look like a bigger fool. I would, ideally, in this case, if I wasn't doing incant, Titan Sentry and Cold Celia on the first floor so they can absorb a bunch of the hits and, you know, let the boss burn through her stealth there. The only way this actually works out to actually keep the incants going on the second or third floor, however I do it, would be letting these guys get completely clobbered and actually not putting up a fight or casting spells and continuing to cast spells upstairs where it matters for this to actually proc off, which means those guys are going to die before they actually have a chance to hold off the boss's stealth. So it's kind of just like a big catch everything sort of thing. I was going to say catch 22. It's just catch go fuck myself right now. Sucks. So it's 8 turns of stealth, 13 damage a hit. You can do the math. 65 health. So instantly, like, we got 5 shots before this guy dies outright. Any armor we get that can push him a little bit further is good. Any regen on top of that also will help, but this is just not going to happen. So our best bet is to get as much frost on her when she does show up on the first floor eventually. Just luck into that and then go from there. And that's a bit of an ask. That is a very big ask. Most unfortunate. Okay, and this guy having a bunch of armor does not help us either. Do this to get the money. Apply the frostbite, also nice. $50-50. Wow. This is also a card I should be upgrading to actually make use of the, you know, bonus it is. But it's too expensive to play. And we're also bleeding units like friggin' crazy. That'll help. This will help with the bleeding. That's all it'll do. Okay, frostbite you. It should be be as bad as it gets, because he's dead. He should not live, but we'll see. Big regen. So the stings need to get played. That's like the one thing I really wish it didn't hit. I was hoping like for anything to get hit but that. It doesn't need that much regen at the moment, although regen is regen. He needs the regen more, but he's secondary. This frost is going to get stacked up, so that should be good. So yeah, okay. Alright, sucks it all hits the guy in the front, but it's still good. Everyone got their frosted flakes. Still give you regen. That is still right. And we'll just let him bleed by as well. Mostly because I wasn't paying attention to my mana costs. Final wave. Oh my god, we actually have enough to kill her. God freaking bless. Alright. So there's some things I was afraid of, but it seems like we were able to push through this pretty easily. 50-50. Always lucky. Send it. The frostbite was enough. Or maybe it was the stings? I couldn't tell if the stings were going through stealth or not. Whatever. Actually, I couldn't even tell she was stealth at all. Transfer all frostbite on this floor to a unit and then double the amount of frostbite. It's always interesting. Let's get a second glacial seal just so we can get it out a little quicker. Consume for spikes? I don't think so. Engraft is actually good just because it pays for itself when it shows up. It does slow down the deck, but it is just another proc for incant. So I'll grab it. We can make it free, it makes it even better. But we shall see. Trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood. Yeah, I need the healing. Chance to enter the room dazed is pretty good. Costs continue to drop. Sell, sell, sell. Magic power and consume. We're doing this mostly for the regen and not that sort of upfront burst. $21 health emergency heal. Or 45 emergency burst damage. I think we'll use that instead. We're not playing a lot of those expensive cards. Arceus. Alright. Do it up, do it up, do it up. So we got Blinding Dark Shard and Looming Dark Shard. Spells in hand. Yep. That's the one we want to avoid. And that's a flawless opener for us. Spells in hand is over there. Very good. Dream opening is achieved. Huge. He's giving us the rally debuff, which is good. This would be a decent time to double our armor at the cost of, like, you know, expensing everything else. Yeah. I still think we do it. Yeah, because we clear out the floor. Healing is cool and all, but that's 50 armor right there. 53. Very solid. Okay, he's gonna hit us with a spell debuff on the next go around here. Keep it going. Big dazes, big grazes. Okay, 1, 2. And we have a good chance of being able to play everything here. Everything that matters, at least. The regen matters less when we can actually get our armor up for the most part. So yeah, this is one of the ones where you just say, hey, that's fine. You do you. We're just gonna let this one slide. Although getting our stings out is also important. Let it slide. Don't want to overgreed. Okay, we got another rotation for free. And he's dead. So we can actually cheek out even more units. Actually, you know what? There you go. A little bit of early frostbite. Final wave approaches, and then we just completely Dunkachino you. And by that I mean we get close, closer, a little closer, just maybe a little more damage will do it. Okay, there we go. That's a lot of HP to get through. The extra frostbite we threw on early on actually helped. But if they would have gotten to this floor, they would have lost anyway. Cool. Alright, no to all of this. Mostly because I see 3, and that's way too expensive. Light and send. Part of me said, hey, we weren't going to do that. You gotta think in hindsight, like, this is very good. If we can get both of these on one floor, that's excellent. But if we see the opportunity just to squeeze out her instead, that's already 6 frostbite each turn regardless. And that's going to be more than likely more we get from our entire hand. Those guys will be a nice secondary if the situation arises. Now, hell event-wise, we may have something here. Mostly just the stings, additional stings. Because getting 2 stings for holdover is pretty nice. Getting a potential trinket is nice, but I actually don't think I have enough money to buy any of them. Making the deck 2 thinner, also nice. But I think the stings are actually going to help us out just a wee bit more. Call me crazy, right? But that is actually valid enough for me to take. Oh. Excuse me here. Alright, alright, alright. It's the gentleman. I was really hoping I wouldn't see him. Here you go. Pyre gets extra damage. This is not the worst trinket in the world, especially if you have that one that gives you the dazed effect when they enter a room, so you can do bleed over a little more effectively. It's just... don't really like taking that trinket to begin with, and getting this as a secondary is already like the gamble, so it's like, I don't know. Somebody said about going face, and she'll be doing 40 damage at the start of her turn, and then once we get past that, we have the shards to actually back us up. So this is a lot more upfront damage if we don't have it outright, but I'm going like super long term here. And this is the way you do it. And ideally with the way we're setting up our floors, this should work out. I'm looking at this guy right here, not even like what he does or who the boss is, and I'm just remembering like, didn't I have like a really bad time going for this bonus when I had max health and I came down with like 20? I'm remembering correctly, I think. I'm gonna say no. I'm fairly certain that was the Thursday run. Anyway, the dream units have arised. So we completely own these fools. Decent amount of frostbite. That's not enough to send him home, however. He needs to be healed. He desperately needs to be healed. He's dead. Okay. That's actually fine, because that's... oh, wait. I'm stupid. Oh, no. That's not... no. No, 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 no. I looked at the wrong shark. It's gonna be a while before we get back to this as well, so she's dead too. Oh, fuck. Okay, this is a biff and a half. Yeah, because this is who I want to play. And that's who's here. Oh, fuck my life. Oh, wait, hang on. I could just freeze it. Alright, never mind. I'm panicking for no reason. I could freeze him. Hey, never punished, right? Alright, cool. Except for my HP, for, like, in this immediate moment. But outside of that, never punished. That's a fair bit of damage, I'm just saying. Sting him. Do this for the graft and the heal and the incant. Crystals will solve my problems there. And we should have enough to deal with things down here. Here we go. Hail Mary. Alright, worked out. Own these guys. Gets you down to 1. Cheeky. Sting him. The boss didn't have, like, sweep, if I'm not mistaken, so yeah. Get the incants going here. We're gonna take some damage on this one. It's okay. Ain't all sunshine and roses down here. That's alright. That's alright. Stings take out the targets in the front. Ideal. And we greeted really heavily there, but it did pay off. Okay, Pyre's fine, Pyre's fine. Solve that issue. Give her the quickness. Saves us some HP. You're dazed, I would like to hit you. Gets us closer, but not quite where we need to be, unfortunately. It's still at the end of the day the all-around right play. Let's start healing you up a little bit. Should things come to pass. Very free turn. We actually can't play that. So. And it's boss time. Easy boss dunk. The frost per units would have actually been really good at this point, but we really like having this sweep just in case we have detritus like this we need to get through to. It makes it a little bit easier to stomach. Alright, send it. And the frost mostly stacks itself in these cases, so that's what we need to happen on the next floor and we're good to go. This is the card I keep mentioning. Discard a card at random, apply sap 3. Yeah. Alright, endless stings are online, so we don't need any more stings. We'll eventually blot out the deck. My units are mostly upgraded. Save for one upgrade on you. I think if we can get some flash freeze holdovers, that'll actually solve some problems for us. And at the very least, if we can just make this a little cheaper, that works. Let's not go too hard yet. Still sussing some things out. Gonna remove one regen. +3 health, not that great. When the card with Consume is played, deal 30 damage to the front enemy unit. We have 3 of those. So 90 damage ready and waiting. First time each turn a friendly unit is healed, draw 1. That's actually pretty decent. I'm gonna grab that. We're trying to find... double stack. This is actually... it's good enough to combo, because that's Frostbite. I'm trying to get onto the boss a little quicker than usual. $20 damage repeats. Yeah. Alright. We are set up. The healing gets us extra draw. We're just using to cycle through the deck a little bit quicker on the off chance that we, you know, get a lot of the zero cost stings, which we should by the time endgame kicks around. Annoying. Very annoying. Do not like. Play the correct unit. Very good, Mr. TM. Alright. Whip him. The Frost will bleed over and eventually get her. I actually want to start stacking the boss. The heal gave us the extra draw, which is nice. This saves us damage in the long run, because we can hit these guys first. The stings are the guaranteed plays. More stings. Free kill. Gives him more regen. Lets us punch through a little quicker. That is the game plan. Nobody else bleeds through, please. Okay, thank you. Especially when things can't hit up here, that prevents us from actually proccing what we need to proc. Okay, okay, okay. Dead. Good. Enhanced damage, so we can punch through, and then we can dunk this guy. Solid. Okay, next. You need to be frostbitten. Future planning. Alright, you're debuffed to hell. So you should die. And then we just start cleaning house down here. Any debuffs here? None. Negative debuffs to be seen or had. Those units are going to bleed through, and that is not good for us. This singular unit getting through is bad. HP cannot take it right now. I really wish this would proc on the front unit. I mostly just need to slow him down, but it's tough. Alright, we stacked up as much as we could. I have no energy. Why is that? Excuse me, sir, why do I have no energy? So you're dead. That's good. God, they just bleed out everywhere. I'm plugging holes wherever I can. Alright, this is pretty much it. And looks like it might be an L for us, because we can't stop this, and that's gonna kill us. So that might be all she wrote. It's looking like it's all she wrote. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Each spell tick is getting us closer, but it's not quite enough. And as soon as you get through, it's over. We can put 40 damage on you right now. Buys us 1 turn, but it ain't enough. Close. Close, but no cigar. Damn. She had spell weakness, however. Maybe we could finagle it. Yeah, but this is just sting them up. It hurts. It hurts to see it, but hey, the good old college try. It's always the trash. I need to make sure I keep that in mind, even though I completely like disregard things like spikes, which would help with trash. Not so much these guys. They got 120 HP. Like that's ridiculous to deal with spikes alone. But that's what they got us last time. But hey, another good attempt, another good shot. Thanks for watching, everybody. I did this one early, so maybe I'll squeeze out another one. I'm gonna like go take a shower and like exist on my remaining hours of my Monday here before I get ready for work, which is gonna be interesting tomorrow. For now, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, etc., whenever it is for you all, and I will see you all likely on Tuesday or Thursday. We'll see what day comes forth, but whenever one of those days will be for the next one. Take it easy, everybody.